Hey folks, D Ford here. Listen, I just wanted to create this video because I just want to give some real quick coaching and how to effectively, when it comes to exposing and sharing, uh, co-op crowd to get the best result. Now, it's not to say that there's a silver bullet approach, okay? Because a lot of it has to do with the individuals and them seeing, is this something I want to, if it's worth my time. And for me, the best way to do that, what I've learned is that a lot of times it's good for people to see an exposure of some sort and then to a live meeting, a Zoom with me. So like if you have a Zoom schedule with me that's coming up, you want to already have the seed planted. So that way, when a person is getting to the live meeting with me, it's not their first time getting the information. I should be really just to add fuel to the fire, okay? Or to confirm and just kind of paint the picture from the initial exposure that they saw prior to the Zoom meeting, okay? So this is how I do my approaches or how I initially share. I do it one or two ways. First way I do it, which I do it most times, is I will hit a person up. Now, this is, say you're about to get in the co-op crowd, you got your 3 tokens, okay? Now, even though you may or may not be sending them a token, I'm telling them that I'm sending them a token because I want their curiosity driven. I want their curiosity piqued. So this is how it goes. So I hit a person up and I say, hey, Susan, send me a good email for you. Let me say that again. Hey, Susan, send me a good email for you. There is a token that I'm going to send to you with a video explaining what the token is for. Okay? Send me a good email for you. And so when they send me an email, ladies and gentlemen, okay, they are going to be like, well, what's this token for? And then if they ask that question, I say, well, that's why I'm sending this video, because it's going to explain what the token is for. You just want them to watch the video. And then what you want to say is that when you get off of work later tonight, I'm going to follow with you and maybe answer any question that you may have. And then that's their first exposure, right? So they already have a briefing of what it's about. And by the time you call them, they're going to be like fired up over the information that they heard. Then that's when you want to invite to your Zoom. See, now they already know. And see, they know by seeing a professional overview versus you trying to give some, uncut script or uncut mini presentation. That's what we don't want to do. We want to make it simplistic, because if you're up here doing mini presentations as you're talking to people, right? You got to understand the psychology of individuals. They are thinking that they have to do the exact same thing that you're doing in order to make this work. And that's what you don't want to do. This has to be done and be made simple. It has to be a simple process. I know a lot of times, we're very analytical. Some of us are very analytical. And we feel our people need to, see it this way or know it this way. No, ladies and gentlemen, I understand the psychology of people, and people have to see something maybe twice or 3 times before they say, okay, let's go. So, whereas if you're doing an exposure with the website, smarterthanmoney.info, that's the video you're going to have them to look at. And set a time when you're going to follow up. So let me go through it again. So, Grace, send me a good email for you. There's a token that I'm going to send to you with the video to let you know what the token is for. That's going to pique their curiosity. So you can message that, you can call them. You just want to get the email. And then what are you going to do with that email is that you're going to go into your Co-op Life system. So your system is already set up. Okay? I've already set you up, or the person that you're working with already has you set up. So you can literally go in there and put their name and email address in there, and it's going to create them their own Co-op Crowd back office donation center. and you want to take a picture, do a screenshot. At the top is their name, so you want to log in as them, and you want to do a screenshot of their name and donor key, and you want to send that to them. But again, this is what you got to make sure, that as you're sending that message about, I'm going to send you a token with the video that's going to explain the token, you want to be able to get a follow-up and just simply say, I'm going to call you around 6:30. What time do you think you'll be at home where you got to unwind and I know you got to cook? What about if I call you around 7:30 to maybe answer some questions that you have? And then you call them. Now, guys, there are times they be like, hey, I'm ready to get this going. I'm going to get my 3 tokens. So you're going to send me a token and I'm going to get 3 tokens, and I just got to give 3 tokens to 3 people. That's it. Get them started. You're going to send them to the giveitforwardtraining.com. You see how I'm always using the technology, ladies and gentlemen? You got to take the human effort out of it. You got to take the human effort out of it, because you don't want people feeling like they have to be salespeople or they have to be professional networkers and being able to, know all these rebuttals, know this when they say this. No, you're just telling them to point and click, point and click, point and click. Anybody could do that. When you make the process simplistic, your donations never stop, because now anybody, including a 5th grader, can tell people to point and click, point and click. We got to get out of the process feeling that, well, my people need to see it some kind of way. Okay? You're making it hard. You're kind of cooking their grits. And, you want to give them the best chance to, at least if they decide that they want to do it, that they know the process is simple. So I know I said it was going to be short, but I had to add all that in there because I did say it was going to be somewhat of a training too. So again, let me go through this smoothly without a bunch of ad lib. So I say, hey, Bob, send me a good email address for you. Or, hey, Joe, send me a good email address for you. There's a token that I'm going to send to you with a video that explains to you what the token is for. What's a good email address for you? That's what you message. He's going to then send you back an email address. That's when you're going to send him the video. You don't send the video unless you get the email address. So once you get the email address, boom. Now, if you get a question back, well, what's this token about? Bob or Joe, I'm sending you the video. It's going to tell you what the token is for. I'm going to call you at around 7:30 when you get off of work to see if you have any questions. Is 7:30 good? Yeah, it is. Boom. You call me at 7:30. Then, after that, when you get them on the phone, then you invite them to your Zoom that you're going to do, that we're going to do. Okay. So if you got a Zoom set up for this Wednesday, boom, you invite them. Let me know the time and the day and time, so I can work out my schedule accordingly, right? And then we do the Zoom meeting, and then now it's their second exposure. Here's another initial approach. You message the person or call them. Hey, are you open to a legitimate way to receive some consistent funding for whatever funding purposes or reasons or needs you may have? Yeah, absolutely. What you got? Listen, I'm sending you a video that I want you to watch. Along with that, I'm going to send you a token, and the video is going to explain what the token is for. So you already want to get them in the mindset of you're just doing the 2 steps. What is the 2 steps? Purchasing 3 tokens and sending 3 tokens to 3 people that are willingly going to do the exact same thing. Okay. But they don't know, but you're not sending them a token unless they're willing and excited to be a part of the cooperative. But you want, before you get them to the live meeting, you want them to have an exposure first by going to smarterthanmoney.info. Okay? Smarterthanmoney.info. I put that down in the description so you guys will have it. Smarterthanmoney.info. So get them an initial exposure, and then by the time they get on the Zoom with me, I'm not having to, really work hard, because they won't be on that Zoom meeting if they're not interested. Does that make sense? They're on that Zoom meeting because after them watching the first exposure, right, they want to know more. And typically when they've seen that first exposure, then they get on a live meeting with you and I, okay, they're in. They're in. Okay? So guys, just want to get that little quick tip and training. Remember, send me a good email. Hey, send me a good email for you. There's a token that I'm going to send to you with the video that is going to explain to you what the token is for. So you have that wrap. Another one you have. Hey, Bob, listen, are you looking for a legitimate means to receive some consistent funding? Bob's going to say yes. Hey, listen, there's a token that I want to send to you with a video explaining to you what the token is for. I'll reach out to you later on when you get off of work. Okay. What's a good time for you tonight? 7 or 7:30 or 8 o'clock, whatever's good for it. They may say, hey, today, tonight's not as good. How about tomorrow? Tomorrow, what, 7 or 6:30? Tomorrow when you get off of work, or you want me to call you during lunch? Guy, all you're doing is being an appointment setter. You're being an appointment setter. You're not out here trying to convince people. You're not out here trying to sell people. You're not out here trying to give mini presentations. You're just looking to set appointments to follow up with them. And if you have somebody that's not making their appointments, they're kind of giving you the actions. They're kind of already speaking through their actions, just what a challenge this may be for them. Okay, so there you have it. So that's just giving a little training, guys. Hope that helps you guys, brings value to what you guys are doing. And let's get this cooperative and these donations for you moving forward. This is D Ford. I'm out. Peace. Take care.